History is so much more than dates and maps. It's made up of amazing stories of people and the ideas that moved them. And those ideas moved them to actions that shaped the future. With American Revolutionary history, these stories literally shaped our nation. It's not necessarily the stories you might imagine either. Just as an example, one class in our first semester is a day that I call CSI 1770. The students find out that Christopher Sider has been killed. He's somewhere between the ages of 11 and 14 and the son of poor German immigrants. The students get a list of witnesses ranging from Dr. Joseph Warren, who tried to save Christopher, to Ebenezer Richardson, who's been accused of killing him in cold blood. Through the words that witnesses left for us, the students find out that Christopher was 11, had the day off from school, and his work as a servant for Grizzle Apthorpe. They find out that he joined a group of boys and sailors protesting the shop of a Theophilus Lill, a man accused of importing British goods flouting non-importation agreements. The protest was broken up by the despised Royal Customs House employee Ebenezer Richardson. But Christopher and the crowd followed Richardson home, yelling at him. At one point, a musket was pointed out a window of Richardson's house and fired into the crowd. Christopher was taken to a home where Dr. Warren tried in vain to save him. Samuel Adams later arranged for a funeral procession through Boston. And that procession drew over 2,000 mourners, which was almost 10% of the population. Christopher was considered a martyr in the cause of restoring Boston's liberties. And you probably think this didn't play a very big part in history, an 11-year-old boy that you've never heard of. But 11 days later, another protest took place, this time in front of the Royal Customs House that employed the now accused murderer Richardson. Two of the witnesses from the first protest, Robert Patterson, a sailor, and Samuel Gore, a 19-year-old painter, were in the crowd, as well as undoubtedly were others. The angry crowd yelled at the British soldiers, throwing snowballs and stones, all the while daring them to shoot. Shoot! You probably know this protest as the Boston Massacre, but until now you probably didn't know that if it weren't for the death of an 11-year-old schoolboy named Christopher, it likely never would have happened. Christopher's largely been forgotten. He's buried with others who were killed at the Boston Massacre in a group grave. You'll notice from the picture here that they actually spelled his name wrong and even misrepresented his age on the gravestone. The town records have shown the correct information since then. There's more, of course. There's a trial, a future president, a propaganda war, and a revolution that would follow, but this is a small taste of Revolutionary American History class. And as I said, the students follow the evidence, and they put together what they think is the most likely explanation of what happened, who did what at what time, and what it meant as far as history going forward. I look forward to sharing more of this amazing history with your students starting this September, only at EIE.